Hey everyone, this is Vanessa Chase Lokshin. I hope you're doing well and having a great week so far. So today I wanted to make a short video about how to be a good storyteller, or perhaps how to improve your storytelling skills. I get a lot of questions from people about this kind of idea. How do I improve these skills? How do I keep getting better at it? And I wanted to share a couple of my tips on this. So the first thing I wanted to say is that you're already a really natural, great storyteller. So having some self-confidence in that ability is a really important thing. You know, up to 60% of our daily communication happens in the form of narrative or gossip or storytelling. And so we're already doing this on this very kind of unconscious level. Yet, when we often want to start doing it more intentionally or consciously, say in the setting of our fundraising or communications work, it becomes a little bit more challenging. So here's a couple of tips I want to offer you to make this a little bit easier. So first, start with the details. Stories are all about the details. It is what makes them memorable and typically more relatable in that we're able to kind of remember these little things about the stories and they're really able to come alive for us in our minds. The next thing you want to focus on is the emotions of the story. This is a really big piece. I often see people get caught up in kind of just skimming through the story from start to end very quickly. But what you really want to do is focus on the details and secondly, the emotions that are happening in tandem with those details in the story. So if you go back and look at something you wrote or maybe something you said at a meeting, think about how could you have told that story with more depth and more emotion. And finally, the last tip I want to offer you is authenticity. This is such an important piece of storytelling. I always think that if you don't have the kind of passion and commitment and sincerity that leads to authenticity in a story, people are probably not going to be as excited about it. So find ways to really speak from your heart, be genuine and sincere with that story, and your authenticity will come shining through. I hope those 3 tips help you in telling better stories. I've also written a more in-depth blog post on how to tell stories with emotions and details, and I'll link to that below. And if you're looking for some more storytelling tips, I'd love for you to download a free chapter of my new book, The Storytelling Nonprofit. You can also find a link to that just below this video. Thanks so much for watching and happy storytelling.